In this video, I'm going to just run you through a funnel, a basic sales funnel. Most of us have probably heard the word funnel, but we maybe don't know what it means, or it maybe sounds like something big and scary, like we have to build complicated tech, complicated automation, sales pages, websites, all of those stuff. They certainly are funnels and parts in a funnel. And as we go through the program, we can get more advanced with the funnels that we build. But at a very basic level, a funnel in business or marketing is just a step-by-step system that guides people from first discovering you all the way through to becoming a paying client or a customer. And no matter what level you're at, if you have 50 clients and you want to build an automated funnel and a sales page, if you have 0 clients and you're looking to get your first 5 clients, you still need to have a funnel and you need to know what it looks like, and it will be different for different people at different stages. There's lots of ways to build a funnel, by the way, but this is just the most basic funnel. It's called a funnel because at the top, we've got a wide audience. And as they move down through the funnel, the numbers at each stage get smaller and the commitment gets higher. So what we have at the top is just attention and audience. So this is followers, subscribers, more people who are in your world, online and offline. Obviously, this number could be quite big. If you think of everybody that you know, everybody who follows you on social media, that number could be very big. But as we actually filter for the people who are a good fit for your program, that number is going to get smaller. The next step here is leads, which we've mentioned this word before, and this is just interested people. So finding a way to identify who is interested in or a good fit for your service, lead offers, lead collaborations, social media engagers, that is going to bring this number down. And further from that, we then need to have conversations. So most of you have probably had conversations with people who seemed interested or they asked for a free resource. And then when you went to actually have a conversation with them in the DMs, they disappeared. So as we go down this funnel, the numbers get smaller. Obviously, if somebody is interested, the next step we take them to is a conversation, pre-qualify them with a sales conversation. And we want to sell the call here, not the program. So a lot of the time people struggle because they're in this conversation in the DMs and they're trying to sell people in the DMs or in their content, like, come and start working with me. They're like, DM if you're ready to start, but people are only sussing you out. So if your content, for example, always says DM if you're ready to start today, you're trying to get people immediately from here to here, and you're not building any trust with them in the meantime, and you're not actually able to have a conversation to find out if you can help them, and they don't feel like you're truly helping them if you're not asking them deep questions anyway. So if we're calling people direct from content, which is attention, to sales call, we're going to have a hard time signing people up. Also, if we are in the DMs with people and we're having a conversation in our DMs, but then we're immediately trying to sell them the program here, it's going to be a lot harder for us to sell. Now, we can sell in the DMs, but initially we want to be selling consistently with sales calls before we move to DM selling, just so that we know our service and our offer and our program sells. So basically the point here is that we always want to just move people to the next stage of the funnel. Now, easy example here is just top of funnel is somebody sees your Instagram post. Middle of funnel, maybe they join a free workshop or they ask for a free resource or a guide. Then still in the middle of the funnel, they go to a sales conversation because you've given them a guide or a resource. Then you follow up with a conversation to ask them how they got on with the guide or the resource. They say, yeah, great, but I'm still struggling with X, Y, and Z. Here, we're just selling the call. So we're selling them on the value of taking a call with us, and then we're moving them to that call. And the call is where we sell the program on the call, which is obviously the bottom of the funnel where they book the call and sign up for the program. So funnel is basically just the journey that turns strangers into paying clients through intentional steps. This is very basic, but it's important. You want to always know your funnel and your client acquisition steps. So you always want to know, like, what is my funnel? How does this work? And for most of you at the beginning, if you're at the beginning, this is what this will look like. As things get more advanced, this may be paid advertising at the top, which is getting attention. It may then go into a small digital product, which you sell for €5 and it collects leads and customers, which then puts them into an email sequence, which is the sales conversation piece, which then books them into a sales call through email. So at the the upper end of the journey, when you've got too many clients and too much happening and you need to start scaling and automating, this funnel will look different, but the principles will be the same. It will be get attention, identify leads, sales conversation, sales call. And at the beginning, this is going to look like posting on social media, giving away free value and conversation starters, having conversations in the DMs, booking people into a call. So always know your funnel and your client acquisition steps. It makes it easier to problem solve. And it also makes it just quite a simple process, which we can get better at. Always only sell the next step so that we move people through the funnel instead of trying to jump them from one step to another. Sometimes somebody will come in, they'll follow you, they'll immediately ask for your help, and you can go from getting attention, they've already identified themselves as a lead, to having a conversation, booking a call. And then finally, just get used to thinking in terms of funnels and systems. You know, people are always like, how do I get more clients? How do I make more money? Well, we have to first realize why you are not getting more clients and you are not making more money. And if you're not getting more clients and not making more money, there's some problem in the funnel of bringing people from a stranger to a client. And we need to know what the current block in the funnel is, like I said previously in the problem solving video. So this is just a basic definition of funnels. Always know your funnel, only sell the next step in the funnel, and get used to thinking in terms of funnels and systems. And that will make your journey much, much easier, and things will make a lot more sense, and you'll be able to problem solve a lot more effectively. Plus, you'll be able to automate and scale this funnel in the future once you know the basic steps.